Hey guys, this is Jacob back with GrowersSolution, and what we're going to do on this next video is kind of show you our seed starting and what we plan on planting in our high tunnels this spring. We get asked all the time, what varieties or what are you planting? How are you planting? Are you using raised beds? Are you planting in the ground? So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through what we got going on right now, and everything's looking pretty good. So first off, I want to point out that if you don't have one in your seed starting house, get a bench, get a table, get a fold out table, something your back will thank you later. Right now we've got some jalapenos going right now. We've got all kinds of different peppers, a bunch of different varieties of tomatoes. We've got our broccolis, we've got our radishes, our cabbage right here, some more peppers. So as you can see right here, we've got a bunch of jalapenos in a 38 star tree tube. It does really good, promotes really good root health and root growth. And then back here, as you can see, we're using P86Ds for some tomatoes, just playing around with those. And then we've also got, stuff as far as a 1206 right here that breaks up into a 6-pack, and that does really well for the peppers too. It's just really personal preference. We just had a bunch of them, so we're just playing around with them. As you can see right here, we have a P107, and that tomato plant looks great in there. And then some more 38 star tree tubes on tomatoes and some more P107s as well. And right now we've got some melons going right here, some squash and some zucchini. That's crooked neck, and I honestly cannot remember the variety of squash. One thing I do want to point out is in our seed starting house, we always have a temp and humidity gauge. You never realize how important humidity is and the temperature is, and we've got fans in this greenhouse. We haven't put the shade cloth on it yet, but it's sitting right around, I'd say about 84 degrees right now, and we're just using passive ventilation in the house. We'll turn on the fans whenever it gets a little bit warmer. Also, moving on down, more tomatoes. We've got, let's see, this is the Willard Wind tomato, which is a really cool older tomato. My father's old-time grower. He loves this variety. Back over here, we've got eggplants growing, a lot more peppers. I don't know how we're going to get rid of all these peppers, or where we're even going to plant them all at, because we have so many. We got your standard beef eaters and better boys, and then we got some purple Cherokees, and just kind of a little bit of everything in here right now. So one cool thing I do want to point out, on certain varieties that you buy at the grocery store, you can't dry out the seed and regrow it. But I tried that this year. I actually went to the grocery store and bought a orange bell pepper and dried out the seeds. They all came up. I was actually very shocked. So if you're trying to save some money on seed, you might get lucky, and don't throw away all those seeds whenever you're coring out your peppers. And right here we have our bean trellis that is perfect for raised beds. I've actually got some peas growing in it right now, and they're doing good. And then right here behind me we have the cucumber stand, and I haven't planted the cucumbers yet. I'm still waiting for this lettuce to get done, but as soon as that lettuce gets done, we'll get some cucumbers planted in here and get that going along with the garlic. And one more tip on the seed saving. Normally what I'll do is once we get done with some of our overwintering crops, I'll leave a couple of the lettuces that went a little bit too far, and I just go ahead and let them seed out. And I'll be collecting that here in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be lettuce seed for next season. And then right here in one of our raised beds, we have one of our tomato plants, and this is a new product. It's actually a foldable tomato cage that we offer now. It's super easy to ship, they're affordable, they're durable, so I'd highly recommend that. But not only do we have the tomato cages, so for the tomato cages and the trellises and the bean towers and all that stuff, all the links will be in the description in the video down below. And in this bed right here, I've got a mixture. I've got some radishes in here mixed with some garlic and a few tomatoes. That tomato over there is struggling because a rabbit got a hold of it, and we're trying to nurse it back to health. But right now, that's what we got going in this bed. And as you can see, we've got tomato cages up on this one as well. We're going to talk about what we are growing in our overwintering houses. It's almost done for the season, so I'm just going to try to walk you through it. Right now you can see we've got rows of garlic. We've got some lettuce in here. We've got some celery over there. We've got a lot of garlic in the back. We've got a lot of garlic up front. If you haven't noticed already, we like garlic around here. More lettuce, and then under this frost blanket right here, that's AG05 frost blanket, and we've got carrots right now germinating under there, and then right behind there we've got some blackberries rootings that we're going to be putting out in the field once they're ready and all the roots are taken. So in this house, this is actually our 20-foot Kwanzaa, and it's the perfect size for a family if you're trying to feed 4 to 6. And you can see what we got in here. We've got, you know, a lot of celery, a lot of onions, a lot of garlic. We've got radishes over here. We've got broccoli that's flowering out in the back. That way we can collect the seed here in a little bit. Once again, not having to pay for the seed. And a little bit of the lettuce that's still left. And then this whole side over here, we've planted with carrots, and they're starting to come up right now. And it's looking actually pretty good. It needs to get cleaned up a little, but it's looking good. And right now, I'm gonna check on the radishes. They're still a little bit too small for my liking, but we're gonna give them a few more weeks, and we're gonna come in here and harvest everything.